I don't miss spot market rates. I don't miss paying for fuel at all. I don't miss getting broke down in South Dakota and having to pay someone to come tow your truck and change a fuel filter.
That's what you fuck up at right there. Why are you having somebody to come out to change your fuel filter? And that's exactly the lesson I've been trying to tell all of you guys, man. When you get into this thing and you decide you're going to be an owner-operator, you have to learn things about the truck. You can't just always depend on somebody to come out and change things for you, repair things for you, because that's how you lose all your money, because you're giving it away. Anyway. Welcome back to another YouTube video, you guys. I'm glad that you're here. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here with me right now. So in this video, we're doing a reaction to a guy, and I'm actually going to give him a shout out. Not that he needs it from me or anything like that, but I think this video was quite informative. He gives quite a bit of insight on both sides. I guess he was an owner-operator about 2 years ago, and he gave that up to go drive for Walmart. So yeah, we're gonna let him tell it how it is, pretty much, since he's been on both sides dealing with owner-operator and the Walmart side of things. So without further ado, let's get right into the video. Oh, one more thing, almost forgot. Shout out to this man. His name is, let's bring it back up, Trucking with Terry. If you've never seen one of his videos, I would advise one of you guys, or any of you guys, if you're interested, go ahead, head over to his channel. He got quite a few videos up, and he's doing his thing on YouTube. So shout out to this man, Trucking with Terry. Appreciate the video for the reaction. Not that you sent it to me or anything, but you know, it's all free will here on YouTube. You react to what you want. So shout out to you. Let's get into the reaction now.
But yeah, end of 2023. For those of you who may or may not know, that was when my last video was, basically, where I sold my truck to TRC and got out of being an owner operator and came over here to Walmart in the 2023. Wow. But yeah, and the reason why I ended up getting out of that was basically market downturn. Rates dropped, fuel price was way up, so margins were real tight. I remember being on a contract there for a while where I was doing the same run from Kentucky to Georgia and back. That paid pretty well. Started getting a little bit worse as the contract renegotiated, and then eventually just not worth doing anymore. And then you're just open spot market at that point.
So the reality of truck driving as an owner-operator, it's not all peaches and cream and whatever else, glitter and rainbows. It's none of that for the most part. So he's given a real aspect of what it's like, based on my experience as well. I am an owner-operator as well, in case you guys are new to the channel. So when you have to deal with spot market freight, that is really the downturn for a lot of drivers here in this industry. So you have to be mindful of that before you even make that first purchase of getting the truck and all that other stuff, or whatever the case may be. But yeah, that's been a big complaint for, I don't know, decades now, dealing with brokers and all that stuff and them trimming off the top.
And we can get into all that kind of stuff in other videos for those of you who may be interested in those specifics, you know, working with brokers and picking your lanes that you're working in and picking the load where you want to go, blah 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 blah. You know what, all that is fun to a point. But and then I had the so yeah, fuel prices went up. Fixed costs are fixed costs, but you know, the less fixed costs you have, the better you'd be.
Sound like he's telling you guys to get a cash truck. The less fixed costs you have, basically, the higher your chances are at survival. So I'm not saying you only can survive with a cash truck. I'm sure he's not saying that either, but generally that's where most people would want to be at, is have a completely cash or paid off truck where only thing they're paying for is gas, of course, insurance, and maintenance, really. But once again, I spoke on this before, when it comes to maintenance, dealing with your truck and things like that, it's not like you got to repair something every day. You don't even have to repair something every month. So, you know, a lot of people like to exaggerate the headache dealing with trucks or whatnot as an owner operator.
And then shoot, what I said. So it was fixed costs, rates dropped, fuel prices up, and then for me it was repairs. I had
Just as I expected, repairs. Let's skip around a little bit, or no, we're just gonna continue it. We're gonna continue it, but I gotta say something about that. Repairs are, like I said, dealing with these trucks aren't cheap, bro. I don't know if you guys think it's gonna be like dealing with the, your regular 4-wheel car or whatever the case. It's nowhere near like that. When your car breaks down, that's like $100 problem. I'm talking about in the hundreds. Sometimes it can range up to about 1,000, 2, 3, 4, 5,000. Anything goes wrong with these trucks, $1,000 for the most part, off top, and you got to give it up. So, especially if you want to continue to make the type of money that you make as an owner operator, you don't have a choice but to fix it. So, anything goes wrong with the truck is $1,000 of a problem. A tire blows. Oh, man, I actually had something like this happen to me. I put a short out where I had blew out one of my drive tires. And for the most part, when that tire blew out, it was literally just like, okay, where do I go from here? Because I didn't have anybody on standby at the time. It was on a weekend as well. That's another thing you got to be mindful of. When you break down on a weekend, you're basically going to be sitting there, or you're going to have to leave your truck there and hope it doesn't get towed until Monday or whatever the case, so you can get someone out to take care of it. But yeah, they charge double when it's a weekend or a holiday, or if it's nighttime and stuff like that, they charge double the price. So for one drive tire, costing me about $1,000. So yeah, just be careful. I don't necessarily preach anybody to go get a truck. Excuse me. It's really just free will on what you want to do. If you want to try the owner operator thing, if not, then do the W-2 thing. Whatever it is you want to do, do whatever you want. I don't care. Anyway, back to the reaction. Let's get into it.
The last one that killed me, or almost killed me, was a spindle that needed to be replaced, and that was $3,000 to have a new one welded on. And you can imagine, if one is bad, they probably all ended up needing it at that point or somewhat soon after. And I know that TRC, who bought the trucks, that they ended up rebuilding a lot of the suspension parts of it. I don't remember what all he ended up rebuilding. I know the engine and transmission and all that stuff were great. I think it ended up needing another new kingpin, even though I put one in there as well. But me, the older truck with great engine, great transmission, still getting 7 miles per gallon out of that truck, pulling what I was pulling, was pretty darn good for that. Anyone with a Caterpillar would tell you that's pretty darn good. But yeah, just needing repairs, spot market freight, and my schedule, specifically what I was running with shared parenting, having kids at home and needing to be home certain days for that. It just really wasn't great for a one truck operation in that market. So
now, all of those reasons he just gave were valid reasons. So if you guys aren't truck drivers, or if you're new into truck driving, or if you've only been W-2 for the past, when did the rates drop? Rates dropped around 2020, about 2020, 2021. Things were booming before then, like 2019 or so. And I can honestly say I felt that as well when the rates dropped. And that was when I freshly got into my truck. And in case you guys haven't seen my last video, I do have a $9,000 Volvo day cab or whatever. I paid that thing cash, and that's kind of what saved me during the downfall of the market when everything went to the bottom pretty much. And it was basically everybody was quitting in groves pretty much around that time when C-19 hit and all that stuff. So we're just now getting back into the I guess the up market, I guess you can say, where the rates are increasing heavily, but also along with the rates increasing, you guys should know what follows with that. The gas also increased. So it's not really that the rates are up. I mean, they are, but it's more so of we have a higher what do you call it? Um Fuel surcharge. We have a higher a fuel surcharge. So that's really what's driving the rates right now is the higher gas prices and things like that. So I'm gonna say, like I said before, I believe we have pretty much until the end of this year to keep raking in this money during this gold rush. So if you can get into a truck, especially if you're able to get into a cash truck, don't be afraid to go out and go look on Facebook. That's what my last video was about. I showed you guys how to do that. This is the second time I've showed you guys how to do that. And what to look for and things like that when buying your first truck, because if you're out here just spinning your wheels, and I hate, let me go full screen for this part of what I'm about to say. I don't expect everybody to understand, but when those rates go up, that means when you're making that money, you got to reinvest that back into your business, your truck, your operation, and things like that. Because once again, that's what's making you the money. You have to take care of the equipment that is making you the money. Now, it sucks as a employee because you don't really get a taste of the gold rush whatsoever. If your rate is set at $30 an hour, $26 an hour, whatever you're doing, that's just what it is. So while they're paying you $300 to $400 for, that's including overtime, $400 or whatever the case, to run their freight off of their contract, you guys don't get to see that at all. You're still stuck at 26 an hour. So I would encourage that as well. If you can get a job that's not hourly, that's great. I mean, it's more security, I guess you can say, but I worked hourly before at one point as well. And I'm just going to tell you, it's not the best in my opinion, just because they know that you need your hours. You need your hours in order for you to make the money that you need to take care of your household and your family, right? They care nothing about that whatsoever. All they care about is, okay, get that done. Okay, you were doing 3-4 loads a day. Let's go ahead and see if we can get 5 out of you. See if we can get 6 loads out of you per day. So they're just going to keep pushing the envelope on how much work they can push onto you in order for you to make them more money. And yeah, you're going to make more money, but you're also going to be out there longer. And remind you, you're limited by your hours of service. So keep that in mind for all the hourly guys out there that's working W-2. And if you're okay with that, like if you don't have high expenses and you're satisfied, you're comfortable where you are, then great for you. Just ignore this completely, do what you do. But this is just for the people who are looking to increase their funding or whatever the case, their money for the year and things of that nature. All right. Let's get back into the reaction. Sorry, guys. You got to realize, if you want to see this full video, like I said, I gave the guy a shout out in the beginning. Trucking with Terry is the channel. You can go over there and watch the full thing or whatever the case, but this is a reaction type of video. So I have to stop and talk a little bit and all that other stuff if you guys know anything about how the YouTube stuff works. So let's get it.
I had to get out. And overall, I gotta say, I am very glad that I did. Because it's been fantastic over here at Walmart, doing everything, doing a company side. It's been really good, really great. We'll talk more about that. I do miss some parts of being an owner operator. I'll say I miss having my own truck. That's, mine.
Understandable.
And I enjoyed, doing work on it and keeping it up and being able to keep my stuff in it and having a little, you see, having a little bit more freedom, almost having freedom, but at the same time, it's not freedom. As long as you have payments and bills due, you're not really free. You still have to work. If you don't work, those bills are still, still coming due. So.
Exactly. So Terry, I appreciate this video, man. I really do. He dropped so much game, so many gems in this one video alone. I don't think he even realizes it. But matter of fact, let me go ahead and hit a like for him, man. He hell of a job, buddy. Keep that up for real. So anyway, yeah, like he said, with the freedom thing of it, when you have truck payments and things like that, you can still consider yourself free because, okay, let me slow down. Let me slow down a little bit. Now, I know he's not a lease driver, but a lot of lease drivers, they have payments as well. And I think people don't realize the difference between owning your truck. Okay, it's three different ways to do this, right? You can own your truck flat out cash money. You can go lease a truck through a bigger company, or you can go to the dealership yourself as an independent, basically yourself, and use your credit to go down there and get you a piece of equipment. Now, leasing, like I said before, that's the most expensive way for you to buy a truck if you choose to do that. Going down to the dealership, that's probably the next best option, right next to having a cash truck. So yeah, the bills are still due. That's the only thing I don't like when I don't like about having a payment is the fact that when that payment is due, they don't care if your truck is down. They don't care if you don't even have a damn machine anymore. Guess what? We need it. Put it right there in my hand. We need every penny. They need that payment. So that's the only thing about having a payment. When you don't have a payment, it's great, man. Your truck can break down. You can blow the engine, park that thing somewhere, and you could sit for a whole year if you want to. Go work as a company driver or under another contractor or whatever you choose to do. And you can get that money up to repair your truck. You still got the truck. You still got the title. So yeah, man, that's a great perk right there. So anyway, sorry about that, guys. Let's get back into it.
It's not really as free as you might think it is. So you keep that in mind as well. But yeah, there's not. I miss sort of that being out there, getting to pick where you go, getting to plan your day, plan your next trip, going to cool places you've never been. Like, I went to Florida, went to the beach that one time. That was awesome. Like, you don't get to do that normally, at least not from Ohio, So being able to do that is really cool. And, being able to decide, I don't want another load for today, or I'm going to run recaps, that you can do all that as your own man, but company side, you don't get to do all that. But no, it's great. I don't miss at the same time that freedom is nice and picking your loads. I also don't miss negotiating with brokers over them, how much they're keeping, how much margin they have. It's ridiculous when you learn about it. It's crazy. But I don't miss dealing with them. I don't miss spot market rates. I don't miss paying for fuel.
Oh yeah,
at all.
Yeah. That fuel is high right now. It's sitting at about $5 a gallon all over the country. Some areas of the country higher, of course. California, New York. I just went down to Florida. I don't know exactly. I wasn't paying attention to the gas when I was out there, so I don't exactly know what Florida is. If any of you guys are in Florida, just go ahead, drop it in the comments. Let us know how much the gas is down there. So anyway, I want to get to the part where he's talking about how great of a company Walmart is, because I'm actually curious myself. I know a lot of guys that are older, that's like their retirement plan. They just run a Walmart and finish out their career there, and nothing wrong with that. I mean, I think it's better than going to what is that company called? Going over to like a R&L Carriers or something like that, a union type of job, just because, is Walmart union? I don't know. If Walmart is union, let me know. I don't know much about Walmart, so that's another reason why I'm doing this reaction, because I want to know about Walmart, and I'm sure some of you guys do too. So why not go ahead and go to a Walmart guy's channel and let him spill all the beans for us. Let's get it, man. Actually, let me see if I can skip around and find it.
At Walmart, they have, or at least weeks at a time. But for me, not being able to run that long, that's one reason why for me being a company driver is way better, especially here where, you know, at Walmart, they have a whole bunch of different types of schedules. I'm on a 5-2, so 5 days on, 2 days off.
Okay.
So I start Sunday, I get home Thursday, home Thursday night, Friday, Saturday, come back out Sunday. Works pretty darn great. So yeah, I'm trying to think. Like, yeah, it's cool, you know, having your own truck and working on your own truck, and you know, there's pride in that, of course, but at the end of the day, is that worth it? Is that enough? Because I do truly believe to really make it out there, you have to own it, like completely own the truck, or, you know, have, if rates were better, if you had, you know, a contract dedicated freight, things like that, you can be good, you can be golden. Or a multi-truck operation. As a single truck, single trailer, you're very limited as to what you can do, and I'm not 100% convinced that it's worth it for most people.
Is that right? So he's basically said basically the only way that you can make it as an owner operator is to completely own your truck outright. However, I somewhat agree with that, but like I said in previous videos, do not over leverage yourself. Don't do that. A lot of lease drivers are over leveraging themselves. They'll go out there and say, oh, I don't want no old equipment, no old raggedy equipment, nothing crazy like that. Meanwhile, they're turning around and paying $1,200, $1,000, $1,500 a week for a truck payment. So you're really paying like over 200 something thousand. Some people, in some cases, if it's a little bit better than that $1,000 a week, then you may be paying somewhere around like 100 something thousand for your truck, which is still hella expensive. So I'm just saying, guys, man, don't over leverage yourself. And yeah, I think you should be just fine. But Terry put it best, man. If the rates are better and you have you're a one truck pony, it's just you, your truck, and your trailer or whatever you got, then if rates were better and you're in that scenario, then you'll be a lot better off. But I wonder what freight was he hauling as well. It sounds like to me he was probably hauling maybe dry van or reefer. I don't exactly know. I got to do a little bit more watching your videos and stuff, Terry, so I can learn more about, you know, what type of freight you were hauling and what could have been a downfall of what made you just say, okay, the hell with this truck, I'm out. So yeah, I might have to try to hit you up, brother, and get you on this channel so we can do a little interview. But I appreciate you guys for stopping by. The video's been going on for quite some time. He never really got around to what was going on as far as the whole Walmart stuff. So hopefully he dropped some good game on y'all, and hopefully I was able to inform you guys as well. Like I said, the man's channel is Trucking with Terry. Great video. He voiced everything perfectly, I feel. And yeah, hopefully I can get him on the channel. I'm gonna try to hit him up eventually. Maybe, I don't know. I kind of like doing a solo thing. However, you guys have a blessed day. This is all I got for you as of right now, is this little reaction. Hopefully you learned something from it. Other than that, hold on. Have a blessed day, man.
Talking about all the way to the top, yeah. Unjustifiably in a position that I'd rather not be in, but the cream will rise to the top, oh yeah.